What's up, everyone? Renfield here. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to be diving into the buying and selling of items, the bartering of items here, and a little bit of a guide for Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access. This comes on the heels of a live stream the other night where I was commenting on an aspect of the buying and selling process and how I wished there were some quality of life features, and that led to a discussion where people were pitching in on things that they had figured out about the inventory system, or they had seen about the system of buying and selling and all this other stuff, which was a great conversation to have. It was a great conversation to have. I learned a couple of things and immediately took some notes and said, we got to make a guide about this because it's some really cool stuff that I really wish there was a little bit of a tutorial on, but there's not. So, you know, we'll see how it goes for the launch version, but for early access, here's some stuff you need to know about buying and selling items at merchants, which is going to make your life a lot easier when you're playing the game in terms of inventory management.
Need anything else?
So the first thing that's going to happen, obviously, is you're going to get this little animation sequence, whatever merchant you have. You know, I'd like to see your wares.
Always happy to help those who follow the first
There
circle.
we go. Thank you so much, sir. It's good to know you are here. Now, when you first open up this, when this screen first opens up for you, this is what you're going to see, and it's a little cluttered, right? So on the right is essentially all the items that the merchant has for you, and on the left is all of the items that you have. Now at the top you have various filters where you can go through and say, I only want to show equipment, I only want to show consumables, I only want to show magical items, or how about only ingredients, miscellaneous items, or I only want to show books and keys, things of that nature. But there's also this one, which is grayed out right now, and this is the one that I think is really important, and we're going to get to that right now, because this is for something called wares. And I don't have any wares right now, and there's no tooltip when you hover over it, right, telling you what it is. This is what boggled my mind when we were doing the conversation the other night during the live stream. It was like, there's nothing here that tells you what this is. So let's back out of this for a second.
Sylvanus be with you.
And let's go ahead and open up my character's inventory now. And I have all of these items, right? So every single item here, you can do things like, for example, right click and you get this window here, right? And it allows you to do a variety of things. One of those things is send to camp, which I think most people have used for big items stuff. But there's this one right here called add to wares. And this is what is going to convert an item from just an item in your inventory to what is essentially junk or wares. And now it has this little icon over it, right? Now, I don't actually want to sell that bow, but I want to show what this is like. So we'll go back here and say remove from wares. But this gold band, as an example, I don't need. So we're going to add that to wares, right? And we're going to go also to this dagger. We're going to add to wares. This bow, add to wares. And this, the dagger's already done. All right, so that's a way to flag an item as a ware. And then if we go back to talk to the merchant.
Always happy to help those who follow the first circle.
Now if you go up here, there's a wares button where it shows you the items that you flagged as wares, right? Now, here's where things get even more fun in terms of the merchant here, right? So let's go back to the all view because that's what it started off as default. Now, if I want to actually sell an item, I need to come in here and I need to like double click the item, double left click, or drag it over there and sell it. So this would sell for 1 credit. I could double click or I could drag it over here, say, and drop it, right? And I'm a credit richer. However, there's also this button at the top called toggle. You can switch over to barter mode, and this adds 2 windows in the middle here. So this is what's going to show you the transaction itself, what exactly is taking place here. And on the bottom left, you're going to see this one that says Sell Wares. So this is where you can essentially sell all your junk. So if I click that, it's going to place all three of those items into that window, and it's going to place an appropriate amount of coin in his window because that's the transaction that's going to take place. And at the bottom is this barter button. So this is where you can literally sit here and go, okay, I don't need a potion of animal speaking because I speak as an animal. I can already do that. So let's put these in here. And notice that the coin value keeps going up, right? Anything else? We'll use the potion of elixir. Antidote we'll hold on to. I'll throw the pouch in here as well. You know, the bundle. We could put the bundle. Maybe the bone. You know, things I don't need. And then if I want to, over on his side, I could, as an example, put that breastplate. Now what that's essentially done is put the value of the breastplate at the top and the value of my things. And originally there was coin in here, and hopefully you noticed as I placed the breastplate on the merchant side, it took the coin away and instead has coin on my side. Because in order for me to get to the value of that, I only have 861 credits worth of items to sell, and I still need a little bit of cash to make up for the 1290. Right? So we could change that. We could go back down here and say, boom, put that back like that. There we go. Commercial time, everyone. Huge shout out to the Guild Champions, who are our highest tiered membership here on YouTube. We've got Bubbleonia, Ancient Entity, Crazy's Relative, Remedy. Thanks so much for your support here on the channel. And of course, to all of our members who help keep me full time here on YouTube. Thanks so much for your support, for being here, for checking in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, super chat any live streams or premieres you see, super thanks any video uploads you see. Don't forget YouTube Shorts in that category as well. And hopefully, we'll see you in the next live stream. Don't forget the Discord. Links are down below. Let's get back to the video. There we go. He's showing 136. So yeah, once you're done and you're happy with the transaction and the appropriate amount of coin and items and everything else are there, at the bottom here is the barter item button, and you can click that. Boom. You have now successfully bartered. I'm not quite sure why it defaults to the trade window. I personally, and this is personal preference only, I would much rather that this window default to the barter window because I feel that this is a better quality of life representation of a transaction so that you're not just blindly double clicking and watching your credit amount go up to make sure that you got the appropriate amount. Here you can actually see everything laid out, just by putting something here and putting something here. So it's a really, we could throw more stuff in here and see. So something like that, you know what I mean? Like we could do this and that would, it just kind of takes care of itself and you can see it laid out. This is a much better default method in my mind. Personal preference only. I kind of wish they would get rid of the trade window and just have it be barter, but we'll see. This is still the early access version. We haven't seen what this looks like in the final release version, which is just around the corner. So of course we will be reserving final judgment for that one. Well, there you have it, everybody. A quick little guide to buying and selling, trading and bartering, and using the wares feature. Just if you've ever been familiar with it as the junk feature, like I was, that's the easiest way to represent it. It does need a little bit of polish, I admit, but I think the core functionality is there if you want to utilize it. It is something that requires a little bit of active management, but it does, because you do have to, right-click every single item and say, hey, I want this to be a where. But once you get around that manual need to manipulate the item, the system does work at its core. So it's a nice, first step in my mind. Hopefully they'll polish this, but if not, at the very least, now you know. And we can continue on with our fun and early access leading up to the launch of Baldur's Gate 3. Until next time, everybody, stay safe. Have fun out there.